everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week, I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Well, welcome everybody today. And yeah, there is no surprise. We have lost a musical friend. And to me, it was an inspiration. And I remember a few days ago, my publisher just writes me, Carlos, you know what? Chick Corea just passed. I checked in the BBC and I checked in other newspapers. And it was not a rumor, but it was true. So anyways, that kind of got me into a contemplative mode because Chick Corea was a lifelong influence for me. Yeah, it was a lifelong influence. And I think that one of the best ways to, to pay respects, to such a great influence is practicing their music, learning their songs, transcribing their solos. And I was talking with Sera Jo because Sera Jo also, Chick Corea was such an influence and an inspiration. Inspiration is very important because musicians, we know how unstable a life in music is, or even if we're just music lovers and we just practice, we need a day-to-day inspiration to get up and practice and put some hours on our instrument every single day. So we need those archetypal figures. We need those archetypal figures that are gonna inspire us day to day, day to day, day to day, day to day. I remember a couple weeks ago, I finished listening to Herbie Hancock's autobiography, and that was great. It was like getting into the mind of Herbie Hancock, and it was narrated by him. It was like a 12-hour audiobook, but it just was amazing for me. It took me from the very beginning when Herbie was 10 years old and was preparing for a classical concert in Chicago all the way to the present. So anyways, and Chick Corea was a figure like that. So instead of, everybody, I know many people are talking about Chick Corea and their influence, and I don't want to do like a scholarly talk about him. Many people are going to do that. I want to talk about how he influenced, something more personal. So from all the albums that Chick Corea did, there were a couple that actually called my attention. One of them was Friends, the album Friends. And why? And let me get here some material that I have. And why was that? Well, maybe also was because of the musicians that he was using. Yeah, okay, now I'm all set. Yeah, I had to move some windows here. Yeah. In this album, Friends, yeah, which was released in 1978, yeah, he had a rhythm section, yeah, that actually was probably my favorite. I know, all the musicians that he has played with are amazing, but there's a certain rhythmic section that actually talked to my mind. And that was Steve Gadd on drums and Eddie Gomez on bass. Yeah, that was it for me. Yeah, and there were two albums actually that caught my attention. Yeah, Chick Corea Friends was released in 1978. And the album Mad Hatter that also was released in the same year, 1978. Remember, was at Berkeley in my very first couple years. Yeah, and old times, really old times. Yeah, and I listened to this song called Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, and I was like taken over by this song. Yeah, taken over. And I decided, okay, you know what? Yes. Okay, now we're okay, back. Yeah, so in those days, when the album came out, and I listened to the song Humpty Dumpty, I decided, oh wow, I have to transcribe this song. Yeah, I really have to transcribe it, and I did. Yeah, and I would like to share my transcription. I think I was a sophomore at Berkeley. That was so long ago, and I found it. Yeah, I found it yesterday, and I scanned it, and I wanted to share it today. Yeah, it's my own way to pay respects to lifelong inspiration. Yeah, as I said again, if to me the highest way that we can pay respects to a great musician is learn his music. Study his whole life, and if he's a jazz player, transcribe his music, and not only even if it's a classical composer, go into his scores, that type of attention. I think we pay respects to those great minds with our attention, with our energy. Yeah, so here we go. I would like to share this transcription that I did. Yeah, and okay, yeah, so that was my Mad Hatter transcription. I'm already getting some messages, it goes really fast. You know what, we're gonna listen to it again. Yeah, because it goes really fast, and I wanna share this transcription, so I'm gonna put it in my Facebook page. I'm gonna put the PDF since I already scanned it. I think is 90%, 95% accurate. There is a couple measures, I don't know why I skipped them. Yeah, and so, but I marked them on the video. Yeah, but everything else I think is very, very, very accurate. Yeah, so yeah, and one of the things that I love about this chord progression is the way it just floats harmonically. Yeah, and it's almost like taking giant steps and going fast forward, a couple decades. Yeah, and harmonically speaking. Okay, so I'm having here some requests. Yeah, some requests, and yes, yeah, we're gonna play it again. Yeah, we're gonna listen to it again. And also, because of the video, I just marked with some red arrows, when we should jump and where we should land in on the score. Yeah, so why don't we listen to it again? And here we go. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this transcription. So, yeah, to transcribe, yeah, a solo, and then practice with it, yeah, and then to practice with it is great. Yeah, this is how we learn. Currently, you know, I'm practicing the solo by Miles Davis with some of my students who are learning every single note. We're also learning to sing it note for note. Yeah, that's something that I used to do a lot with my teacher, with Ron Blake. So now it's time to start our daily workouts. And here we go. So we're gonna start with our chromatic scales. Yeah, we do our chromatic scales every week. That's a great way to actually start the week. Let me turn my piano up a little. Okay, I think I'm all set. Okay, good. So we're gonna work now with a G-flat chromatic scale and solfege, G-flat chromatic scale. So here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay. And now we're gonna move on. Let's do this again. Now we're gonna work with key signatures. First we had open keys, so now we have to remember. We have to remember our key signatures. And now, but we're gonna take it to another level. We're gonna play our left hand, yeah, establishing the key center. And now we're gonna touch the keys of the keyboard, but we're not gonna play, we're gonna sing. Here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Hey, Ángel, welcome. Bienvenido. Okay, now, what are we gonna do next? We're gonna work with bass clef. So I would like you to play a G-flat triad with your right hand. And left hand, we're gonna play a bass line going up and down. So here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, good. And now we are going to go to another level. Let's work in bass clef, but with key signatures. Yeah? So we're still gonna play our right hand, G-flat triad. Now we're gonna sing, but we're not gonna play, but we're gonna touch the keys. So that means that we're still creating a kinesthetic connection with our instrument. If you're practicing this with guitar or bass, you know, then just touch the strings on your instrument. So here we go. Do, di, re, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Okay, we're in tune. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, great warm-up. Great warm-up, yeah? And now we're ready to move on. Ready to move on. And I would like to go to... let me see, do I want to do this? Yes, we're going to do this, but we're going to do something else first. I want to work with this chord sequence. Yeah, every class, one moment. Yeah, every class we are exploring different voicings, and we're doing it in different ways. Yeah, sometimes we're going through all modes, yeah, major modes or altered modes or other hybrid scales, yeah, in one key center, more like modal interchange, and we're seeing all the chord pairing, yeah, that arises from that relationship. Then we're gonna go also another way. How about here? We're gonna build our chords in thirds, and of course there is a scale in the background. Yeah, in this case, we have a symmetrical diminished scale. Do, re, mi, fa, se, le, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, se, le, la, ti, do, root 9, flat 3, 11, flat 5, flat 13, diminished 7, major 7, root. Yeah, so we have this scale in the background going on. So, and then we have this chord. So we're going to build it up. So we have a diminished triad. We're going to add the diminished 7. We're going to add a major 9th. We're going to add an 11th. We're going to add a flat 13. We have this very interesting chord. Do, mi, si, la, re, fa, le. Okay, let's do this chord in a couple different keys. How about the key of E? So we have we're going to transpose. Yeah, we have an E diminished. We're going to add the diminished 7. We're going to add the 9th. We're going to add the 11th. And we're going to add the flat 13th. Yeah, and we end up with the same voicing, but now in the key of E. Do, mi, si, la, re, fa, le. Let's do another key. How about G sharp? Let's go to G sharp. So we have a G sharp diminished triad. We're going to add a diminished 7. We're going to add the 9th. We're going to add a 11th. Yeah, and we're going to add a flat 13th. So here we have root, flat 3, flat 5, diminished 7, 9, 11, flat 13. Okay, and now let's work with a different, one more key. We're going to do 4 keys today. We're going to work in C sharp. Yeah, so here we have a C sharp diminished. We add a diminished 7. We're going to add a 9th. We're going to add a 11th. And we're going to add a flat 13th. Do, mi, si, la, re, fa, le. That's our chord, and actually we should play the sequence in all 12 keys, yeah? Yeah, that's something actually that we should do. Okay, good. What else should we do? What I would like to do next is, I would like to do some basics, yeah? Basics, yeah? Let's just work with our intervals, yeah? Intervals is always good. So what we're going to do here is we have a cycle of fourths, and we have an interval, in this case a flat 9. But a flat 9 I can play like this, I can play like this, I can play like this, and I can play like this. And for this, I'm gonna extend, I'm gonna zoom out. Okay. Yeah, so I would like you to follow me. Yeah, we're gonna play flat nines ascending and then descending using a cycle. In this case, we're gonna use this cycle. Yeah, cycle of fourths. So I'm gonna call the root and then a flat nine. Flat nine, actually, we can play just one minor second in one octave, 2 octaves, 4 octaves, 6 octaves, whatever. Yeah. So in this practice, we wanna do that so we can expand our view and we can see open voicings. Yeah, that's the logic and the reason behind this practice. So here we go. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and then back to C. Okay, so this is a great way to work with our intervals. Now we're going to do the same, but we're going to work with our descending flat nine. So now I'm going to be calling the upper note. Let's say, in this case, D flat, yeah, then it would be the flat nine of C. Let's change cycles. How about if we go in cycle of fifths? Yeah, cycle of fifths. So now, if I call C, C is the flat nine of B. Yeah? Yeah, so we want to be able to see those relationships. Yeah? I think we're more used to building our chords this way, but we also need to work with our chords descending. So all our notes can be the melody of something. So this C can be the flat 9 of B, can be the 11 of G minor, can be the major 9th of maybe a B flat major 7. It can be the flat 3 of an A minor. It can be the flat 5 of a F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and so on. Yeah, so we want to be able to see those relationships immediately. Yeah, so we can harmonize all our melodies. Okay, why don't we start? Okay, I'm gonna call now the top note, and we're gonna play the descending note. Yeah, C. Okay, so B would be on the bottom. G. D, so C sharp would be in the bottom. Go to the next one, A, so G sharp would be in the bottom. E, B, so A sharp would be in the bottom. G flat, D flat, A flat. Yeah, it's very important, yeah, so A flat is the flat 9 of G. E flat, B flat, F, and we're going back to C. Okay, good. So that was our interval workout. One more thing I want to do with keyboard. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have time today to do ear training, but I want to do last week. Last week, we worked with this chord, yeah, the dominant flat 13, flat 9 in root position. Now, I want to do first inversion. Yeah, first inversion. So we have mi, le, te, ra. And for this, maybe I can zoom in a bit more. Yes, that's better. Le, se, ra. Okay. And wow, I have a cycle of augmented fourths. I wasn't planning to use the cycle, but well, so be it. We have here two ways of perceiving our chords. We have here the visual aid, which is intervals. Oh, I have a major third, flat 13, flat 7, flat 9. Yes, intervals. That's why we're doing intervals. And here I have my solfege, my language. Lettera. That's why we're doing our chromatic scales and we're doing all the other solfege workouts. Yeah. So, and we're gonna sing. Sing, sing, sing all the time. So we are gonna build our chords bottom up. So we're gonna sing the 3, the flat 13, the flat 7, and the flat 9. So why don't you follow me? Mi, le, te, ra. Now we're gonna go to G flat. Mi, le, te, ra. Moving on, next key, D flat. Mi, le, te, ra. Oops, ra. My mistake again. Mi, le, te, ra. And let's go to G. Mi, le, te, ra. Moving on to the key of D. Mi, le, te, ra. A flat. Mi, le, te, ra. E flat. Mi, le, te, ra. A. And moving on, we're going to go to the key of E. Mi, le, te, ra. And B flat. Mi, le, te, ra. F. And moving on to B. B. Mi, le, te, ra. And going back to C. Okay, so that's the first level of practice, which I call foundational level. Foundational level has to do with creating memories, musical memories. So we create our visual memories, kinesthetic memories, auditory memories, yeah, and even the cognitive environment, yeah. So we know what they are. We can immediately recall them with all the imagery, all this internal musical imagery, and we know what they are, what everything means, yeah. So that, in my opinion, that allows us to navigate beautifully, yeah, through our musical experience if we're writers, composers, improvisers. Yeah. So next one, we're gonna apply. We're gonna go to the next level. Next level, let me change cycles. Let me see which cycle should we do. Whole tone cycle, not today. Major third cycle, yes. Okay, this is a major third cycle descending. So we have the C, A flat, E, B, G, E flat, B flat, G flat, D, A, F, D flat, and C. We're gonna play this chord with the root with our left hand, and then we're gonna play the voicing with our right hand, and we're gonna move through this cycle. Yeah. So this, the prerequisite would be that you already can build it, and that was what we just did. So here we go. C, A flat, E, B, G, E flat, B flat, E flat, G flat, D, A, F, and D flat. Return back to C. Okay, good. Yeah, so that's one way to practice. Left hand root, right hand chord. So now let's work with our left hand. Let's change cycles. What cycle are we gonna do? Okay, how about if we do this one? This is a major third ascending cycle. So we have C, E, A flat, D, F, A, D, G flat, B flat, E flat, G, and B. And we're gonna play kind of a stride. We're gonna play root and then the chord with our left hand only. So here we go. C, E, A flat, D flat, F, A, D, G flat, B flat, E flat, G, B, and C. Okay, so that's the next level. Another type of practice is we actually can just play the voicing in the left hand and then the rootless melody with the right hand, like this. E, A flat, E flat. Yeah, so that type of practice, it helps me, yeah, to practice my voicings, my chords with the left hand while preparing me for melodic work, yeah, or improvising, yeah, with my right hand. Let's work with that, but let's change cycles. How about, yeah, let's work with this one. This is a minor third descending cycle. So we have a C, A, G flat, E flat, B, A flat, F, D, B flat, G, E, D flat, and back to C. So let's work. C, A, G flat, E flat, B, A flat, F, D, B flat, G, E, D flat, and C. Okay, I hope you enjoy this practice with close position voicings. I want to recap. We had our fundamental level in which we're building our chords and we're singing each note. And then we have different levels of application. One was left hand root, right hand chord, then left hand stride, and then left hand chord and right hand rootless melody. Yeah? That's how I like to practice, and I practice like that with all my students. Yeah? We get a lot of benefits out of that. Okay, so now we have one more thing that I would like to do. Okay, since today I would like to continue paying respect to that musical hero, yeah, all the way since I was 10 years old. Yeah, Chick Corea. Yeah, this is a chord progression. Yeah, that is a soloing part for Armando's Rumba. Yeah. Then we repeat. This is interesting. Then I go to E flat over B flat. This is an interesting chord. This is a kind of flamenco. Yeah. We can use a Dorian flat 2 scale. Then Okay, but what I'm gonna do is something else. I created the 2/3 salsa backup track to this progression. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Yeah. So first, let me see. Change my camera. Okay, that's better. I want to create a basic Montuno. I want to work with two types of Montunos. One more traditional, which is going to be like an octave doubling. Okay, so that's the type of Montuno I could play. Yeah, I could play. And I'm not doing anything fancy. The only thing here, I have to do something here. Yeah, because I don't think there is a way that, or maybe I can do, maybe, yeah, maybe I can simplify it. Yeah, so why don't let's just practice together. Yeah, and so I'm gonna play bass. Yeah, and I want to start with the 5th of C minor. Yeah, we're going to work in 2/3 clave. And now, and then we go back. Yeah, we go back. So let me take this apart. So we're gonna start with the 5, with the 5th. Then to the 3, back to G, F sharp, G, back to, I'm gonna go to the root of C, land on the flat 3 of F. Then I'm gonna descend chromatically, I think. Diminished. Actually, my Montuno should have been different. Yeah, I should have put the E flat here in the middle. So here we go again. Here. So instead of doing the typical, which I could do, yeah, I can start, and then I can do Montuno, even I can do a 2-5-1. Maybe, yeah, so that would be actually very nice. Why don't we practice, yeah, slowly, and So now, you know what I want to do? Let's do the same, but let's take it to another. Let's go faster. How about let's play now in medium. Now that we kind of get used to the Montuno, let's go to 164. Yeah, because then I want to do something else. Okay, good. So now I want to do something else. I want to work with some a different type, more like a Latin jazz type of Montuno. So we can use extensions, upper structure triads, voicing and fourths, you name it. Yeah, you know. And we can liquefy them, you know, in a Montuno, either 2/3 or 3/2 clave. So why don't we start? Yeah. So how about instead of working, maybe we can do. Well, also here I can have a voicing in fourths with my left hand. And I still can have the 5. Yeah, so actually that could work. So I'm gonna have this voicing. How about an upper structure, and then I go to this, which is also an upper structure. Yeah, so I'm gonna have. Okay, what am I going to do here? Yeah, so here I can have maybe a symmetrical dominant scale. And then to a Dorian mode. Maybe here I can have a D, also symmetrical dominant, going to a Dorian mode. Okay, and that kind of can influence the Montunos that I'm going to do. Yeah, so let's say, can I do? Yeah, that would be nice. And then I'm gonna do an 11th. Maybe in. Yeah. Or altered. Yeah, I'm changing my mind. And then Dorian. And then here I can go back to symmetrical. A flat, symmetrical on A, and major. And then B flat, Dorian flat 2. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Yeah. And then I have my 2 voicings. Maybe a 2-5-1. How about upper structure triads? Let's see, you know, I haven't worked this out, so I'm just winging it. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Okay, it works. Yeah, so now let's go to 164 beats per minute. And let's see if actually we can make it work. Okay, it works. I made a lot of mistakes, but so be it. Hey, Aaron, welcome. Wow, old friends, yeah? Let's do it again because I made a lot of mistakes with this one. So here we go, once more. And let me change here my camera. Okay, good. Once more. 2, 1, 2. Okay, yeah, so that was a Montuno on Armando's Rumba by Chick Corea. Okay, and I think we've reached the end of our session today, and I'm gonna see everybody tomorrow, next Saturday, same time, same channel, 11 a.m. Everybody's invited, so I'll see everybody next week. So thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week, practice your instrument every day, and listen and play lots of good music. See you next week.